Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Footy with Chudy. I'm your host, Chudy. I'm here today with Dami of Liverpool, Edosa of Arsenal, and the blue man himself, Skip of Chelsea. So the main topic today is Chelsea. Blue skies are here again. I'm representing the blue by wearing France jerseys over here. And at the end of the day, I think we all knew Chelsea was going to come good with the kind of super team they had. This was a long time coming. They're winning again. They're scoring more than one goal again. Skip, tell us about how you guys are doing. Basically, I was going to say how you dodged the red card, but you guys were on the receiving end on that horrible tackle, horrible tackle. But tell us how you're doing. How you feeling?
To be honest, first of all, I think the refs are just bad. It's not as if they're against one team. They're just bad across the board because you can look at them and like almost every week they are doing one thing. They will always do one thing. Like, the way your
One team, but
a week they always wait. So again, you can only just pray the time when they're doing you get a win. So they wanna that's all you can do. They are just bad across the board. But like focusing on Chelsea. Okay, it's nice to get like 3 straight wins and all up down the board, but like
and all of them more than one goal.
and yeah, more than one goal. So like, but the thing is just that like after that Southampton game, I lost all faith in Potter.
It's
And
not back.
no, it's still not bad back because I was one of those guys that was like, you know what, this season was a free hit, but like there's level to going low. If you reach rock bottom and like that game just made me lose all faith in him and his abilities and all that, and it would take a while, and it would take. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'm asking why, but he changed his formation, and you guys
No,
are
no.
winning the
Again,
game.
here's the thing. Chelsea, we don't have like a proper creator, and if you have and our creator
Mason.
can play up front, so we don't have a proper creator in that team. So our creators, the most creative players for us in the final third, are our wing backs, are like the Chilwell and the Reece James. They've been since like 3 years ago. They've been there, and that was why every time they are injured, anytime you see any of them just getting kicked, and Chelsea fans like, "Yeah, we're in trouble." And again, you can't play, you can't play far at the back because of those guys, because you need those guys as high up the field in order for Chelsea to play well and start creating. So you need those guys up across the field. So wing back is the best formation that actually suits us in order to play that. So him changing back is not he didn't do anything genius. He's just going back to what every one of us already know. Like, oh, we need Rich James and
Sure.
Chilwell as high up the pitch as possible. Then we can start creating and all that. And also, like, I don't know what type of luck Potter has. I've never seen the team eat bar and miss chances as much as like sometimes I just start laughing. Like, how is this even possible? Can you explain this? Like,
And I feel like this is part of the reason why you shouldn't blame him because the coaching gets you the opportunities and the players and
but yes,
information.
do you know why I'm
So
blaming him? This is a pattern. It's already a pattern to Potter specifically. Because at Brighton, the same thing. As Chelsea, you have better call. It's the same thing. Then you are the common denominator in this situation.
but one could argue. I want to go to Dami and Edosa, but one could argue that the common denominator is lack of a striker. I mean, in Brighton they had Welbeck. Like he never had a striker in either teams. So you could argue that that's the common, what's it called, common variable in this equation. But going to Edosa, last 2 times Chelsea had a very weird wayward season where they replaced the managers midstream. They ended up winning the Champions League. Do you think they can win the Champions League this season, Edosa?
I mean, based on
History.
based on the games I watched today, it's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible. Anything is possible. So the thing, I don't really think Chelsea are bad. I just think there's no cohesion, and like that is normal. You can't sign that many players and expect them to start playing well immediately. So I hope they keep Potter for a long time.
you can't say both things. That sounds like he's bad.
No, he's a good manager. It just he he's too humble, if that makes sense. Like, if you look at the guys that if you look at all the like up and coming managers right now, like they're cutthroat, like Company, Ateta, even at the Howe, like at Newcastle, the guy becoming like this cutthroat. They're not trying to be nice anymore. But Potter seems very, very nice, like a nice guy, type of guy that, you know, if you see him on the road, you say hi. You're not afraid that's going to be racist towards you or anything. So
the kind of guy that you can threaten to leave, and just because of typewriter or fax jamming, you don't leave, and he starts you for the next 3 games. Like
exactly, like Ziyech, you know, like so. Chelsea will do well. There's enough. I think that they have enough that next season, like, they will not be languishing at 10. That's not possible unless something else happens, which would be like a different conversation entirely. But like, it's not possible that Chelsea will be bad 2 years in a row. But I see deficiencies in their team that makes me feel like, yeah, like they can't get rid of the deficiency that they've signed. That's all I can really say.
Who's the deficiency?
Enzo, funny enough, like
he's
too slow to play Prem. Not in the position that he is. Like, they have to move him up. If he keeps on playing 6, he's going to get killed. He'll basically just become Jackal.
Here's the thing, right? Everybody know Enzo is not his 6. Like, again, and today I believe I've had this conversation with you. And when they first of all signed him, I was like, don't play this guy. Enzo, put a defensive midfielder beside him, and everything is solved. Like, Enzo is not a 6, but people only watched him during the World Cup for the first time. People haven't watched this guy, so they thought,
his job, him and the ball, their job was to protect Messi.
So people only watched him for the first time. People that haven't watched him enough, like, they just thought, World Cup, that is not his position. It's just managing there. That is just the position. And even if you see the way they started playing Kovacic, the past 2-3 games, Kovacic has been the one sitting for Enzo.
Yeah.
So that thing has clicked now that, Enzo, don't let him sit. Again, it's not as if it's horrible in the defensive side.
Everybody should know that now.
No,
like,
okay, so it's not that he's horrible. Like, okay, if you're playing a bottom...
We need to go to Dami fast, so hurry up.
Yeah, sorry. Like, if you're playing anybody that's below 8, can he play 6? Definitely. Like, your team is good enough that you can bully those guys. Like, if you're playing a team that has serious pressing going on, I don't even think he should be on the pitch at all. Like, the way what I've seen, like, the guy's passing is like Fabregas. Like, there are some passes he drops, you're like, oh wow, but he doesn't have that. At least I haven't seen that intensity in his game. So I'm like, yeah, nice to have, but I don't think he's the solution for Chelsea. So it's like, you then go and buy that 100 million midfielder.
Just for me to just clarify this, I believe everybody actually know, like, Enzo is not the only solution. If you see, before the transfer window, everybody was saying Chelsea need a DM. We need to buy a DM first. If you look at the only 2 positions we're going to try and solve this next transfer window is a striker and a DM, like a proper DM. And that's why you see Chelsea being linked to, right? Only 2, but we don't.
You have Lukaku and Broja, man. Why are you trying to buy strikers?
Again,
and they signed the Fofana guy.
Obama,
yeah. So again,
thank you, man.
This goes to Potter being cutthroat. He came in, he was like, nah, Aubameyang is not for me. He's gone. Like, I've seen it again. I don't really like the guy, but like, there's some certain things I'm going to defend it. I've seen him in situation where he's like, nah, this is not for me. That's that. Like, where he's just making, and that's that. And even like, even see this weekend when what's his name? Felix was he made the first goal. It was the one that cost it. You need more intensity. Boom, took him off. Like, again, when it needs to be, I've seen this side where you can be like, cutthroat. So I'm like, okay, I need to see more. My mind hasn't been changed, but I've seen some things.
You still got some hints.
Yeah, so
10-year contract, my G.
Danny, do you think that Chelsea can make top 4 this season?
Oh my God,
absolutely not.
Especially
because that means it's going to be at Liverpool's expense. So definitely not.
So are you hoping,
I think it's a little too late. they can still save face for Europa League, but I mean, okay, was Tottenham are not going to let up very easily.
Newcastle.
Lot of Liverpool. Even Newcastle, I guess Newcastle even they're not that's
Exactly. Exactly. Then there's Brentford, Brighton, Fulham. That's it. Newcastle, Brentford, Brighton, Fulham, Newcastle, Liverpool.
Between Brighton, Liverpool, and Tottenham, that's too much. I feel like that's too much.
Are we actually calling Brighton in this list now? What's going on here?
They're only 3 points behind Liverpool.
And they
have two games in hand, actually. If they win their games, they're in fifth. Yeah. If they catch up to their games in hand with Tottenham, they're in fourth place.
The way you added Liverpool to you've seen Liverpool's upcoming fixtures: City, Arsenal, and Chelsea.
They're going to give both City and Arsenal. Don't worry about it.
Nah. Arsenal beat Liverpool.
We always handle City. We have their number.
And it's Anfield. Ateta has mental block for Anfield, and like those Qatars and that much. People start their whole choking thing again.
Mane is gonna sign back for one game. Just come back for one.
Familiar master class. Always dribble skipper and squares in there.
We need that front three return versus Arsenal.
That Anfield game always pisses me off. Like it never makes sense what Liverpool start doing in that game. But anyhow.
But yeah, I don't know if Chelsea, go on. Oh, I was gonna say, Chelsea definitely have the squad, but yeah, chemistry-wise, energy-wise, I just feel like it's a little too late.
I think it might be too late for them to come into the top four, but I genuinely believe that they're a dark horse for Champions League. I don't know. I just have that feeling. I'm getting that 2012. Was it 2012 they won? That 2012 feeling.
Yeah.
I'm getting that feeling. Yeah, go on.
Nah. How they gonna get over Madrid or Bayern?
Bro, remember who they beat in that 20? They beat Messi's Barcelona.
Yeah.
Home and away, bro. Then they beat Bayern at home in the finals. All those things didn't make any sense. They came back from a Napoli beat them 3-0. They came back from that second leg. That year was crazy. I remember watching that game in my stats class in university.
I don't see them beating Bayern or Madrid over 2 legs before the final.
But nobody saw them beating Barcelona. I remember in one of those legs, it was a new camp and they had a red card.
Fair enough.
They still beat them.
That year was obviously just karma for 2009. How Barcelona didn't do nothing. That was the year that Messi scored 91 goals. Like, they were scoring goals and winning games, but somehow we didn't win no titles. Mm-hmm. I think that year and either 2019 or whatever are the only 2 years that Messi didn't win a title with Barcelona throughout his career. So that's an anomaly. But if they have to face Bayern again this year, I don't see them knocking Bayern or Madrid out before the final. In the final, everything is up in the air, sure, but before the final, sorry, it's not happening. They'll have to get to one of those two, inevitably.
Edo, how do you hand up?
Yeah, I also don't see them going past City. Like, whoever is going to win the Champions League will have to beat City at some point. Because today's game showed that Pep is no more playing around with that Champions League. Like, he knows what he needs to do.
Did it, or did it just show that Haaland knows how to handle Bundesliga defenses?
Yeah, no, Leipzig was ass.
But they gave them a tough time.
They did
in the first game. And then what did he do? He just like, okay, I'm just going to play centre back. You can't cross, you can't run past them, you can't dribble them. Like, those 4 players against anybody, like, you're not doing anything against them.
Wow, they actually spelled Leipzig.
And Red Bull without space. Like, yeah. I still don't get why putting this City team are not playing at their best. So the things they've done this season don't make any sense. But anyhow.
But I think that's just normal regression to the mean. Like, they started the season overhot, inevitably.
But they didn't really start the season.
Has Chelsea played City again? Has Chelsea played City second
I don't
again
think
in
so.
the Premier League? They haven't.
No.
William.
I know they knocked us out of FA Cup.
Second last game.
Yeah.
His second last
Oh,
game.
of the season.
Yeah.
Okay.
And next
That'd
year,
be nice. So Chelsea,
May 20th.
they play and then they play 2 weeks later in final of the Champions. I won't mind that.
No. This Champions League is.
I will celebrate that Chelsea Champions League if you get this City for me.
But to be honest, like I know, like when it comes to being shit house and doing something dumb, like have an horrible season, then at the end of the season do
Win
something
Champions
good.
League.
That's where Chelsea. That's where you will always see Chelsea. You always see them. But like with Potter, I just don't see it. It's just I just don't see it. I don't think it's good enough.
Do you know why
do
you
that.
don't see it? It's that midfield. If Kante can come back,
No,
If
again,
Kante
Kante
comes
is
back.
back. No, Kante
He's
is
back?
back.
Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
everything is
Kante.
back. Kante is back for everything.
I did
and again,
not know that.
That's why I'm like, when playoff
about
Kante
Kante.
comes back, when playoff Kante is back,
Playoff
again,
I forgot about Kante completely.
so again,
Yeah.
and that's why I keep saying, I just want to, again, why my hopes are still not higher is that I want to see Enzo and Kante play together first. I want to see how they will match or how they will combine or whatever.
he'll cover for
before-
them.
No, Kante always cover for everybody. We all know that. But I just want to see it
Man.
first in person to be like, you know what? Just keep playing Kante in all Champions League. Don't play in Premier League. Keep playing in Champions League alone, and let's keep the ball rolling. But until I see that, because again, I've seen Kante so many years, and he has decided game for Chelsea. You know, that Champions League run, what he did to Madrid home and away, what he did to I'm like, yo, this guy is actually incredible. And I just want to see Kante and Enzo play together, and then I'll go from there and be like, oh yeah, maybe not. But till then, but Potter again is not really of that much of a good coach for me to be like, oh yeah, that's going to happen. This is going to happen. So
I don't think that he's not a good coach. I think you gave him too much, or Todd gave him too much at once. Because his Brighton team was good. That's
but here's
just
the
the
thing.
fact.
Here's the thing. See, we already
And
know the people that are
and
going.
they're still
Again,
good.
we already. But wait, it's not. They didn't give him. Here's the thing. They didn't give him so much. We know players that are going. We know them. Like I can tell you 5 players that come rain, come sunshine, they're going to be out of that team.
Yeah, I heard Mason.
What-
You guys couldn't agree with the contract for Mason.
Yeah, they're
After
still
all,
going on
it's done
that.
for you. He asked for 250.
They're still-
He asked for 250. Chelsea like F
So
off.
like
Just get out of here, man.
Yeah.
Was it,
See,
you think
here's
you're
the thing.
Lampard?
You know the way I say it. You know the way I say it. Like at this point, don't beg any player to go. Stay. There are always talented players out there you can find to replace any player. There's no need begging any player to stay. You are not Messi. You are not Ronaldo. Like
Damn, are you here? And go and tell Klopp.
Like-
just you guys go get somebody. You guys
Like,
go.
because I've seen it so many
Rising
times where they
money.
will give people contracts. Where they will give people contracts. I've seen it so many times where they will give people contract that is over the one. Then they stop performing. Then at that point, everybody's like, "Oh, why did you give him that contract?" Wasn't everybody saying they should give him that contract in the first place? So, like again, your contract has to be
Give him the
reasonable
bag.
and like So, and again, and to be honest, I like Mason Mount. I believe I want him to be the next Chelsea captain and all of that. I really want him to be because I really like him. But again, if what I'm saying in the news and all of that is not like, okay, see the way Rich James is actually committed to Chelsea. Like Rich James has some other offers on the table, and we're like, nah, I'm signing this dumb shit. This dumb again, it's still a good deal, but it was like, I'm signing this thing. So you see, when you see that kind of commitment, you can be like, wait, this guy seems more committed, So why can't this guy be the next captain? And it's again, that's the way I'm saying it. But like, if Mason Mount doesn't want to stay, I'm not sure why. Because there are rumors, there are people saying like, oh, it's the length of the contract, the
Nah, it's the
bonus.
amount.
He has
It's the amount.
to have like his own image, and he wants to have his own image and still be earning this thing. But there's no player in Chelsea that actually owns their image. There's no player. So like, if they give you your image and they're giving you close to 300, you think Kovacic, Kante, that their contract is coming up. What do you think they will ask for? All
It's
the
called
other
the
players
fine
were
boy
going
package.
again.
Fine boy package. Gotta-
So like again, they need to keep him in the business. So again, to be honest, they shouldn't beg any player to stay. So yeah.
All right, let's end our conversation on Chelsea and go into the relegation list then quickly. Final thoughts on Chelsea. Dami, what position are they going to end up? Quick. Put you on the spot.
6th place.
6th. Okay, clip that up. Skip.
Below Liverpool. 2 places below Liverpool.
I'll say, oh God, 5th.
Edosa.
I think they'll finish 7th.
I think they're going to finish 5th, and if City doesn't win the Champions League, I think they'll win the Champions League and get into the Champions League next season. I'm really getting that vibe. Go on.
Doesn't 5th get into the Champions League anyways? Because
No, 5th is
Europa League is going to be
Oh yeah, there's a new format, right?
Europa League is definitely going to be an English team. I can't see who else is going to win it. So
Juve is still there.
Those guys are not serious.
Roma, Mourinho,
Unserious guys.
Jose is still there. Mourinho. Who else? Yeah, that's it. Juve and Mourinho. Arsenal, Man U. Yeah, that's it.
Actually, Arsenal might get this Thursday, so you never know.
For Sporting, I told you watch out for Marcos.
That guy didn't do
Edwards.
anything.
Left foot. Nah, he did. He was the heart of everything they did. If he didn't supply the assist,
Let me put it this way: if there's nobody marking you for the whole match, and that is all you can do, you're a serious baller.
Nah.
No, do you know who I want to see? Do you know who I want to see?
Yeah.
I want to see this Sporting midfielder, Ugerate or whatever they pronounce. He missed first leg, suspension. I think it's Emmanuel something. He missed first leg. That's the guy I want to see for Sporting.
I think the opportunity for him might be Arsenal's first choice midfield player in that game. So
sorry. Yeah, Manuel.
You might not see him on this field.
Yeah.
Quickly. You guys always get your relegation stuff before we go for the day. Look at that quick one. This quick episode. Damien, I'll start with you. Who are your relegation picks and why?
Are we going in order, particularly? Or just the 3?
Should I make it more difficult for you? No, not in order.
Okay, just the 3. Looking at it, I would say Leeds. They've been disappointing this season. And every time it looks like they have a chance to save themselves, they just keep bottling it. So I feel like they'll fumble it inevitably. Southampton, I just don't see how they pull themselves up this time. West Ham or Everton. I guess
you don't want Merseyside derbies no more. Are you trying to call them?
I was gonna say F a derby. Down Everton.
I would like Everton to get relegated, so man, you can purchase Onana. I like Onana. But those are your picks: Everton, Leeds,
Southampton.
Okay. Skip.
I'm on mute. Sorry about that. So Southampton, because they beat Chelsea twice this season, so I pray they relegate.
Wow.
Seriously.
So,
what a reason.
So I'm praying they relegate. So that's their, we'll just go down, take that 6 points and go down. So Leeds, I believe they were in the same position last year where they were struggling. Relegation, you can't do that twice in it. You can't do that twice and survive it. Like if you didn't correct your thing, your problem during
you didn't learn your lesson.
You didn't learn your lesson, yeah. So you deserve to go down this time. Like you can't be doing that. And to be honest, I want West Ham to go down.
Isn't your fault they're not winning? They bought a lot of players.
Their scouting was not to par.
I want West Ham to be the third team, but they won't be. It will probably be Bournemouth. But I want the third team to be Leicester, not Bournemouth. But I believe Bournemouth will be the one to go down with them. So Southampton, Leeds, and Bournemouth are going down. But I want to switch that Bournemouth with West Ham. So
okay, what is that?
I think it's going to be Southampton, Leeds, and Bournemouth. But I would really, really like West Ham to go down. Because it makes the whole buying rise.
I just have me and you were the same.
You London just hate. What kind of hate is this hatred?
No.
Is it because they're a London club?
No, so you can buy rice for like 60 million instead of spending 100 and something million on them.
I remember, was it during the COVID year? West Ham was in the relegation zone, and someone was like, "This guy's about to have the nicest stadium in Championship." Let's see. I think Southampton is definitely going down. Leeds, like I said, they bought a lot of players, so they shouldn't be as low as they are. They don't have a coach yet, right? It's still the assistants. Or did they sign somebody? I don't think they've signed somebody. Their squad is too good for them to be where they are. Bournemouth has impressed me. Bournemouth has impressed me a lot recently. They look like they might not really escape. And I'm surprised nobody mentioned Forest in this. Like, Forest is
I saw them in.
No, Forest is
They're
only...
not too.
No, they're not.
There are 2 points of relegation, bro.
Yeah, there are 2 points of relegation and 1 point from West Ham, Leicester, and Bournemouth, bro.
Yeah, but they have a game in hand. I don't know who.
No, they're tied on games with Leicester, West Ham, and Bournemouth and Leeds.
I'm talking about Everton and Wolves. They have a game in hand on Everton and Wolves.
And so they're in between them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they draw, they'll be fine, whatever game that is. Those guys are good looking.
And they have to achieve that first.
Even Navas, man. I'm surprised Navas is chopping. He started off well, but bro, the Hendo spirits came on and he started collecting, man.
Your defense, I mean, you only go as far as the defense, man, when they keep exposing you to shots.
Yeah.
That's
kind of what's happening to Newcastle too, right? Like, you know, in the beginning, everybody thought that Newcastle was so good defensively, but in reality, like, their defense, they had like a somewhat high amount of like SG considered. All of a sudden, balls just start entering. Or like nothing you can do about it.
Someone, one of those analysts said they were so good defensively because they had like most of the defenders were like over 6 feet, and they never passed from the back. If they get the ball, they are hoofing it away. They are hoofing it away. Not like pass from the back today, man. So you can't cross because they're all tall. Burn and them, right? They're all tall, and when they get the ball, they're hoofing it away. So it looks like the Premier League has found a way to play around that. So basically, who are my 3? I don't know, man. Leicester's defense is mad suspects. Those guys concede. And Amate is a disgrace. Also, thank you. Let me say something. Ghanaians should not be allowed to take penalties anymore. After Jordan Ayow's miss against Spurs, Ghanaians should stop taking penalties.
I'm all for the slander, but I'm moving myself for this conversation.
Ghanaians should stop taking penalties. It's just so that why, bro? You guys missing penalties, man. Why? I don't understand. World Cup or club football.
The problem with Leicester is, and I think like
their defense,
there's no team that can keep doing this. Like you can't be selling your best player every transfer window and just think, oh, our scouting team is that great every year, and they will be finding the this. At some point, you're just going to pick the wrong players back to back.
That Tete guy that they signed in January, he had one game with Fancy Legova since then.
So
my guy this
Why you guys write this is Tete? Hey, I like Tete.
This small Legova on the sideline where like, hey, Bola.
The beauty of Premier League, they'll give you one game to shine.
Exactly, show your worst.
After that, forget about it, bro.
That's the thing with Premier League. Being good, being talented is not good enough for you to shine at Premier League. It's good enough in other leagues, but being talented enough is not.
How many years of Champions League do we watch Anthony? Nobody knew that he was one-footed and could not do anything.
About the speed.
Bro,
no, I still think, like, I know this is not a conversation, but Anthony, there is something wrong with the way you pass him the ball. That is my belief.
No.
Because in the game against Liverpool, in the game against Liverpool, wait,
bro,
in the game against Liverpool,
who did we play last? That's Southampton game.
That's a bad example.
Casemiro. I want this guy a ball.
I don't know if you guys saw it. He doesn't
the field
have.
Was clear for this homie.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen Saka run into space before?
Saka cannot run into space because he has 2 people on him at all times. He doesn't have the space. Yeah,
I
so
agree, but there are times when, like early in the build-up, there is space for you to kick the ball to him like that. He can't do it because he doesn't have enough top-end speed. Like if he's running, you'll catch him. I think he's Anthony is like that. So you have to pass him the ball on the inside so that when he's running, he's not running out, he's running in already, and he can then dribble. But you guys keep passing him the ball, and he's now on the wing, just standing there. He can't run, he can't dribble. You want to kill the guy? What are you expecting from him, man?
he thinks he can dribble. That's the problem. He thinks he can dribble. Oh goodness!
He will be a wonderful under 21 winger for
Yeah.
us. You
You
guys
should
should
give
give us
him
some loan.
to South Sunderland and bring Ahmad back. Loan exchange, man. I'm tired of this nonsense.
I don't even know that is a better solution. But
Ahmad is balling in the championship, and that's how
Championship?
that's how, bro.
Here's the thing.
We
But the
play
problem,
championship teams in FA Cup and stuff like that. Anthony doesn't do anything. He doesn't do anything, man. So there's no difference.
Diallo.
hello.
Thank you, man. Sing that song. Even Pelestri, look what Pelestri does when he comes on. Nah, man. Starts up for
I tried to play
Uruguay.
up to 90 minutes.
I don't think he has.
Like, nobody knows him yet now. Let him play 2 full games. Whether
This
he
guy
can do
starts for Uruguay, man. He starts.
anything. Yeah, but who is going to bench him? I don't think they have wingers anymore.
Don't they play? Because they had in the World Cup. They had Suarez, Cavani, and Nunes.
Yeah, so they have no
But
wingers.
he played on that wing. I don't know. Anyway, my three. Southampton. I believe West Ham or Leicester is going to go down. I just have that feeling. Southampton, Bournemouth, and I'm going to say Leicester because of the defense. This is ridiculous. Like, it's ridiculous. They cannot keep a clean sheet. Like, they can't. They can't, bro. They actually can't.
my problem with Leicester is that they know they don't have good defenders, but then they think like energy is good enough to cover up for that. Run, kick your opponent, run, man. It's not good enough. Like sometimes you just have to defend in numbers. Like sometimes you just have to defend in numbers if you don't have good defenders.
There's a way they
But
play. Skip. There's a way they play. When you're watching their highlights, it's almost like they have a man down. You're like, where is everybody, man? Why is it so open? Why is it so
they are
open?
not compact. They don't have good
they're not
defenders.
compact at
Then they are not
all.
compact. Like, how is that going to work? And that's the problem Liverpool too they have right now because their defenders they choose not to defend. If a defender choose not to
No,
defend, or
that's
they
just that aura, man. Van
You
Dijk
need-
aura.
sorry,
Let me bring
You have
my
to that Van Dijk aura, bro.
let me bring my UEFA Player of the Year trophies.
again, this is not anime. This is not anime where you have aura and you scare the people away or something. This is not anime.
Man said anime.
Aura is not
When they
changing.
feel that when they feel your chakra reserve, the gas calm down, bro.
It's my player you guys are talking about like this. Now my player you guys talk about like this.
There's something about Van Dijk. I didn't watch
It's his
the
injury.
game.
It's his injury. He doesn't want. He's
Because-
not as explosive as he used to be because of the
I don't.
guys.
I don't think he was ever really explosive. I think
But
it's
yeah,
more
he's a-
like
he's a
he
tad
doesn't
slower now.
attempt.
He
He doesn't attempt tackles anymore.
Yeah, he doesn't attempt like
And
crazy tackles.
yeah, and I think this was the first serious injury for him. Like he's not there
Yeah,
mentally
he doesn't do
anymore.
that. Yeah, he doesn't do that. He doesn't choke leg.
But
You know what I mean?
That,
But then
that,
at that
that,
point, right?
that confidence is gone a little.
But at that point, you need to be compact. Don't tell your right and left back to be running forward and your midfielder
And
to be
leaving you
like,
alone, bro.
leaving you alone. You need to be. You need to know what you have.
Look at they're playing
And
like Paul.
be
This
compact
Paul.
to
What's the name of
defend.
that your young man in the midfield?
Bajetic.
But
That guy.
man's
That
just
guy's
suffering.
He's gonna be a superstar.
He's
bro.
good. He's trying, man. He's trying, bro. It's just overwhelmed.
So
People running at him.
see the old man people have done with Rooney. You're talking about suffering youngster. Rooney is younger than LeBron. Yeah, like a 60.
LeBron.
You will run Rooney to the ground.
No, we're running to the ground. We're running to the ground. Nah, well, I can't even lie, bro. Say, bro, where you think you're going, bro? We got him with that cane, with that Kane attraction. Come on, be our club top scorer. Just keep playing.
Don't
Just
worry.
keep playing.
We'll,
Just keep playing.
we'll manage budgets very well. Don't worry.
At least he won something.
That's when we left him, eh? We left him to go when he finally became the club scorer. All right, yeah, he can go. We didn't leave him until he did that thing. Anyway, we have to wrap it up. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for coming. Remember our predictions and clip it up. Chelsea's winning the Champions League. You heard it here first. Refer to this day. Yeah, man. That's the way it's going to be. Like, subscribe, follow YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and always continue to love football. Thank you. Goodbye.